Food Inspiration TV. My name is Darlene, and I'm the Fruity Green Mama. And we're here with Nina, my friend, and she is going to do a little bit more preparing in the kitchen. And today we're going to talk about the Raw Food Fun Tips Guide. So it's the Fun Food Tips Guide on the website. And I've created, let me come over here so Nina can come here. And basically we're going to make a meat base, which is a burger today. And we're going to start with we start with the nuts and seeds. So we'll just get right into this. And this is really easy to make up your own recipes so you don't have to rely on all the raw books and everything. So you just choose 1 to 2 cups of any kind of these seeds or nuts, and you can do it in a combination. And I normally like to rinse them if I don't soak them first. Almonds are good to soak first. I've even found that walnuts plump up really nice. Other nuts, like Brazils, don't necessarily, but it's nice to wash them, especially if you've already got cracked nuts. Cashews, they get a lot of the white nuts tend to take on stuff. So just rinse them, and then you've got that. Your second thing that we're going to do is add the veggies. So we're making a base, a meaty base. So celery stalk, a big celery stick, which I'm calling the big stick itself, a half of a red pepper, or mushrooms, 4 to 5. And I usually use from 1 to 3 of these. So we'll see what combinations we use today. And then we want to add the flavor. So the flavor comes usually from the fresh or dried herbs. I prefer, especially this summer time of year, to use fresh herbs. So we have parsley, cilantro, dill, mint, rosemary. You could use a combination of any of them, depending on what you're making. And also we want to create a balance with it. And that's when you're adding the sweet, sour, salty, spicy, bitter, which is different flavors, garlic, onion, lemon juice, dates, basil. You want to add in those. And that's basically the basic for the meaty recipe. So we'll start with that and get going. Any questions you have, Nina?
No.
Okay. Well, she's gonna see how she can do all the foods on the table. So let's get to work. Okay, Nina is going to start with our base, our nutty base, and looks like she's gonna grab some walnuts. And we talked about some. I'll grab some of these. So we're doing 2 cups. So this is a 4th. We're doing sunflower seeds. 2, 3, 4, and we're doing.
Is this enough?
Yep.
Okay.
And then doing walnuts, and that'll be our start of our base. And then we'll go over to the vegetables here, and have her.
We can
pick
use
up.
1 to 3. Okay, so we can use celery.
Yes, we'll get some celery in here.
This is enough.
Yeah. And carrots.
Sure. And
Some
we put it
pepper.
complete.
Yes.
Okay.
And do you want any garlic or onions or red
I want
pepper?
garlic.
Okay.
How many shall we use? 1, maybe 2?
Okay. Put in 2.
2. Okay.
And we can always start with 1 and then go, as we can add more. So it's just important to,
Okay.
we'll cut up some of those. And do you want any, okay, now we've got some base here. So we've got some carrots and celery and the nuts. So now we're gonna add spicy, which is our pepper. We've got the spicy as our garlic. And let's see, do you want to add anywhere from here? So we got anything sour, sweet.
Let's add some sweet. So here.
So we have some palm sugar here. It's from a palm coconut. And we also have raisins, and we have agave nectar.
How
You
much
could
would
use
be
dates.
okay? Like this is okay?
Probably,
Okay.
yeah. And we'll add as we taste it too.
Okay.
And let's see where we are from there. So we'll go ahead and start.
Can we add some dried tomato?
Yeah. Grab another spoon there. We'll add some sun-dried tomatoes. I like the way sun-dried tomatoes make it gives it a hearty flavor. We've soaked them, so they're very soft. They'll blend very easily. Go ahead and add maybe even up to a half a cup. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because
Good.
it'll give it a lot of flavor.
Is
Gives
it
a lot
okay
of
to
richness.
add some oil too?
Yeah, it's the water that's in there. Sure.
Is water? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. and I like to use the water. I'll use it in soups or
Okay.
some other fun
That's
things.
enough?
That's great.
Okay.
So we can taste it as we need to. So we have sweet, sour, salty, spicy, bitter. And we're gonna go ahead and start blending it away. So we've got a food processor here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. So go ahead and put those ingredients in there. Let me grab you a
Thank you.
spoon here. And cut this up. Jalapenos are
Are we gonna
great.
put the garlic with everything?
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and cut it off. In the blender, I don't usually take off the outside of the skin of the garlic. But with the Cuisinart, sometimes it does it, blend it up good, and sometimes it doesn't. So I like to either use a garlic press and press it in, or, it's just so easy. And then probably what we'll do here is I always say add a little bit, and then you can go from there.
Okay.
So. Now, do we want to add any fresh herbs
Oh
for the
yes.
flavor?
That's rosemary and basil. Can we add both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Rosemary and basil here, fresh from our photographer's garden. Yummy.
Is
Okay.
it? Okay.
And then now we've got a good base. So we blend that up
We
and see
blend
where we're
this one?
at. And then we can also add some seasonings in here. We have an array of
Okay. Can you
dried
help me out
seasoning.
with this?
Yeah. And then
That's enough?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you just put the lid in there. Pretty simple. And then we'll go ahead and turn it on. So we've stopped. We've had to stop it a few times and scrape down the sides, which is something you might have to do. So we just have a base in here, and we have a lot of onion on the table, so it's smelling like a barbecue already. Okay, so now do you want to add some seasonings here?
Sure.
We've got hamburger seasoning, poultry seasoning, mesquite barbecue seasoning, thyme, rosemary, black pepper, and dill.
I would like black pepper, salt, and maybe mesquite. Is that okay?
Okay, yep.
Okay.
And this is a mesquite seasoning you can get at Whole Foods. And I like it because it doesn't have any salt in it, so you can add it. And it's got garlic, onion, paprika, chili pepper, black pepper, cumin, coriander, lemon peel, and mesquite flavoring. So, and it smells really good. Try that.
Wow, it smells delicious.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it tends to clump because they don't put any additives in it, which is great. Alrighty. This is so good. It smells so good. Go ahead.
How
We're not-
much of mesquite?
I'm
not familiar with this.
Yeah, just add a little and go
Like-
from there. Yeah, that's probably
Half
good.
a teaspoon?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
tablespoon, half a tablespoon, something
Okay.
like that. And then anything
it
else?
again?
Yeah, let's blend it again. Now, if you want to get it a little wetter, which might help it blend it a little bit better, you can always add this.
We didn't add any oils. Are we gonna add any oils to
It's
it?
up to you. Use it. I don't normally when I use nuts,
Okay.
but if you want to, it gives it
because
you know,
nuts are oily.
because nuts already have your oil
Okay.
base. Yeah. But sometimes, if you feel like you need to, you can.
Okay.
So just once you taste it and then go from there.
Oh, it looks moisture enough.
Yeah. So we'll see how that blends up. Okay, so now we're gonna try it and see. And taste for the flavors. I
It's
can tell.
perfect to me.
It is. I can taste the I don't know if you can taste this, but the fresh rosemary.
Yes.
I can taste a lot of that. So it's great. We did
It's
it on
great.
the first try.
Yes.
We just added the balance. We added the base. So now let's go on to doing some barbecue sauce and talk about some sauces and some soups, different things you can do. Yay!